Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are gonna cover a very famous SQL interview question which has been asked again and again in the interviews. And surprisingly, most of the time the candidate has answered this question wrong. Okay, so we will see each join, okay, and we will discuss what the mistakes the candidates make in the interview. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so the problem is you will be given two tables, okay, and let's say each table is having this id column. Okay, so the question is how many rows you will get in the inner join, in the left join, in the right join, and in the full auto join, in the join between these two tables. Okay, so we are going to discuss each join one by one, and we will see what will be the exact output if we join both of these tables on ID column. Okay, so let's start. So let's start with inner join. Okay, so as you know, right, what is inner join? Inner join will only return the rows which are matching from both tables. Okay, so let me see. Let's start. Okay, so let's say we have these two tables. Okay, so how can you write the output? Okay, so the output can be like this. Okay, let me just write it. After joining, let's say we are getting id1 and id2 in the table, in the output table. Okay, so let's start one by one. Okay, so the first element from the first table, what we will do, we will go row by row. Okay, so let's take the first row. What we have in the column, we have one value. Okay, so now we will look for this one value in our opposite table, and we will see how many times this is there. Okay, so let's start. So this one is there only one time there in my right side table. Okay, so this first will join with this first. Okay, let me just highlight this for your clarity. So this one now will join with this one. Okay, so I will simply write in my output here. Okay, 1 1, this got joined. Okay, now I don't have this one value in my right table. Okay, since it is not there, so my first row is there. Okay, 1 1. Okay, now I will go to the second row. So now I will try to see the element in my right table for this. Okay, so let's see. So for this one I have only this one, right? Okay, so let me just highlight this again with some different color. So again, now for this one I have this one here. Okay, I don't have any other values in the table. Okay, so now again I will write this one with this one. Okay, so this is my output till now. Okay, till here we have covered. Okay, let me just highlight. So let me just tell you what most of the time candidate make mistake. Okay, what they think, okay, for this one I have got this one, so I don't need to go to this one. They think like that. Okay, that is wrong. Okay, you should go row by row and check. Okay, for this one we checked in the whole table how many times it is there. It is only one time. Okay, so for this element it will be 1 1. Okay, now I went to the second element. I checked how many times 1 is there. It is only one time, right? So that's why it will be 1 1. Okay, now see for 2 what will be the result. So for this 2 I will go to here in this, in my right side table, and I will see how many times it is repeating. It is repeating 2 times, right? Okay, let me just highlight this different color. So it is repeating 2 times. Okay, so what I will do, I will write it 2 times in my output table. 2 2 2 2, basically this 2 with this 2 and this 2 with this 2. So I will get this, I will get this 2 times. Okay, I hope you are getting it right. Okay, so again most of the candidates, what they do, they will just join this 2 with this 2, and they will think, okay, I already joined, so I don't need to join with this 2. Okay, so they will not give this in output. Okay, which is wrong actually. Okay, now let's move to the next element. Okay, null. So always remember in SQL, null, it will always ignore in joins. Okay, so it will not match with anything. Okay, null. So for both of these row there will be no join. Okay, so for inner join, what is our output? This is the output. Okay, so right now I'm just explaining in the Excel. Okay, don't get confused. I will explain this question in, I will execute this question in Databricks also. Okay, and we will see, we will try to match with our output. Okay, it is matching or not. Okay, so I hope you understood, right, what is inner join. So inner join is the one where only the rows elements match from both the tables. Okay, so this one was matching with this one, that's why we got this first row. Now this one was matching with this one, we got this in our output. Now this two was matching with this two, that's why we got this here. Now this two was also matching with this two, that's why we got this one here. Okay, so I hope this is clear, right? Inner join. Okay, now let's go to the left join. So what is left join? Left join returns all the rows from the left table plus the matching rows between both the tables. Okay, so basically it will be combination of inner join. Okay, so whatever is your output of inner join plus whatever is remaining from the left table. Okay, so in this case, let's say okay, let me do one thing. Let me just explain one by one. Then I will tell you the shortcut. How can you give the answer quickly also? Okay. So let's just let me go. Just let me explain in detail first. Okay. Then I will give you the shortcut so that you can answer it quickly. Okay. So let's start. Okay. So what is the definition of left join? All the elements from left table should come in our output and plus the joining keys from both the tables. Okay. So let's start. For this one is matching. Okay, so I will simply write in my output table. Now now for this one is matching, I will write in my output table. Now for this two is matching, I will write in my output table. Now for this two is matching, I will write this in output table. Now as I told you, right, null will not join in SQL. Okay, so since these two nulls will not join with any element on the right side. Okay, don't get confused that this null will match with this null. Okay, that's the mistake most of the time candidates make. Okay, that is totally wrong. This null will also not join with this null. Okay, null never join with anything. Okay, neither it will join with null or any other value. Okay, so since these two elements will not join with anything, so what I will do, null null, since it will not match with anything, so for non-match what we get in SQL, it will be null only. Okay, so don't get confused that I am joining this null with this null. Okay, no, that is not that true. Okay, because whenever you try to join anything with null, it will be null. Okay, so don't get confused that this null is this null and this null is matching with this null. No, it is just because for left join we should get all the elements, right? So since these elements were matching, so these two were remaining. Okay, so whatever don't match, we just assign null for them. Okay, so I hope this one you understood, right? Okay, okay, so now now let's go. Let me tell you the shortcut. Okay, what you can do. Okay, so what you can do, as you see, right, for the inner join, this was our output, right? It is same here also. Okay, what is extra here? Extra is only this part, right? What is extra part? The remaining part, which was not having the match part in the right side, right? So this was our left table, right? So these two were not having any match in their right side, right? So we could have simply told this solution, right? So whatever is your inner output plus the non-joining keys from your left table, just simply put it and assign null value in the right side. Okay, so that will become your left join output. Okay, now let's go to right join. So right join is opposite of the left join, right? I will not go now one by one. Okay, so simply what it will be, it will be the combination of inner join, okay, and plus non-joining keys from right side. Okay, now you see what are the keys remaining. 1 2 is already covered here. Okay, now what is remaining? 3 and null, right? Let me just write add it here. So since 3 is not there and null, as you know, right, it will not be matched with anything. Okay, okay, sorry, let me just copy it again. Yeah, so as I told you, right, what for 3 you don't have any match here, right? And for null, obviously it will not match with anything, so you will simply assign null. Okay, because for 3 and null you don't have anything matching, so that's why you will assign null there. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Okay, so what I did, I took the output of inner join. Okay, and for the right join, what is the condition? All the elements from right side we should have. So what were the remaining elements? 3 and null only, right? I just put it here, and for those obviously we don't have any matching, so that's why I will simply assign null. Okay, so I hope you got this one also. Okay, now what is the So let's discuss now full outer join. Okay, what is full outer join? So full outer join returns all the rows from both the tables. Okay, if there is a match, it will return the matching rows. Otherwise, for the non-matching one, it will assign the null. Okay, so how can you write the output for this full outer join? Just simply take inner join output. Okay, now let's go one by one. Now take the keys from the left table which are not there. So what you don't have from left table, you have 1 and 2 already, right? From left table you don't have these two null. Just simply take it and write it here. Okay, for null they will be never join, right? So I will simply assign null in my right side. Okay. Now take the non-matching keys from your right side. What you don't have that is not matching in your left side. So this 3 is not there in my left side, right? And this null. For this null also I will not have any match. So I will simply take this 3 and null here. Okay. And I will simply assign null here. Okay. So I hope this one you also got it right. It was very simple. Okay. So basically, simply if you are able to write the output for inner join, right, then you can simply tell the output a left join, right join, and full outer join. Okay. So I hope you got this right. So most of the time, what candidates mistake is like they will not join if there is a duplicate key. So they will think, okay, I don't need to join in multiple times. I just not need to join only one time. For example, for this one, okay, this one will go to this one. Okay, they will think, okay, I don't need to join the second element. No, that is wrong. So that's what most of the candidates make the mistake. Okay, and the second mistake, what they make, they join this null with this null. That is also wrong. Okay, null never joins with anything. Okay, so I hope you once you are able to get the output for inner join, then you can simply tell the output for left join, right join, and the full outer join. Okay. So I hope this is clear, right? So now let me go to the database, okay, and try to execute in my database, and we will see are we getting the same output or not. Okay. So let me go to the database. So I already have these two tables created, okay, with the sample data, the same sample data that I was showing in my Excel, okay. So I will just attach this creative statement, insert statement in my YouTube video description. You can practice the same, okay. So I already have the syntax. Syntax you already know, right? Select column name from table, inner join table 2, and on which column you want to join. So syntax will remain same, okay. For left join you will simply write left join. For right join simply write right join. And for full outer join you can simply write full outer join, okay. So let me just execute this one by one, okay. I already have the table created, and we will see are we getting the exact output that I explained in the Excel or not, okay. So let me just execute all these four joins. Okay. For inner join, how many rows we are getting? We are getting four rows, right? In our output. 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2. I explained the same, right? 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2. So that is correct. So totally we are getting four rows here, right? So interview will ask you like how many rows you will get from inner join, left join, right joins, full outer join. So you can tell, right? How many rows you will get from inner join here? Four rows, okay? Now let me see for left join what output we are getting. So we are getting six rows here, right? As I explained you, right? It is a combination of inner join and plus the non-matching keys from the left table. So six rows we are getting here. Okay. So now let me go to right join. So for right join also we are getting the six rows. Okay. Combination of inner join and plus the non-matching keys from the right table. Okay. So that's six rows here also we are getting. Okay. Now let me go to the full outer join. What we are getting there. Full outer join we are getting the eight rows. Are we getting here also? Yeah, we are getting here also, right? So it's a combination of inner join plus non-matching keys from left table and right table. Okay. So I hope this is clear, right? So here we are getting eight rows. Okay. So I hope I was able to explain this question to you, right? Because this is a very important question. Okay. Whenever you are gonna sit in the interviews, most of the time you will be asked this question. Okay. So I hope you will not repeat this mistake whatever I explained it here. Okay. So we will meet in the next video with some interesting interview problem. Okay. Till then, goodbye and thank you.